All right, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Coffee and Craps with John from Pro Craps. We're here on Casino Gaming TV, as we are every day at 8 o'clock in the morning Pacific time. Let's get started here with our morning little quick practice run. And I'm still working the same strategy. I'm still working my three-phase deal, with the idea being we get one hit, come down to our what we're going to call our base. From our base, we're going to try and get 3 hits and get out on the 4th hit, and then we're going to go for the ceiling. So that's the idea here. What I'm going to do, though, is ratchet it down one level. I've been doing this at 750 to start, going to 160. Let's be a little more reasonable. For those who have been asking me to do this at a lower level, we're going to do it today at 330 across. So it's still, 320 across. It's still a big nut going out for the one shot, right? So it's 50, 50, and 60 across, going in for one hit after the point. That should give us at least $70 on these inside numbers or 100 on the outside numbers. And then the idea is to go to 64 across and work our magic from 64 across up instead of from 160 across. So it's the same thing, just a full level backwards, and I'll explain to you, if I can get there, what the goals are moving through. So here we go. Pucks off. Just say a little prayer for me. Let me get this thing rolling here and have a good rollout this morning, we hope. We'll see what happens. Here we go. Dice are basically set. Here we are. And I'll explain a little bit more about the dice setting that I'm doing later once we get off the table here. So here's our first little shot there. It's going to be a 4-3-7. Good. Let's get those out of the way before we get a point established. I kind of dig that. And again, as you know, I literally I wake up in the morning, make a cup of coffee, come on downstairs here, and I pick the dice up for the first time as we're doing this. So I never know what's going to happen in these morning shows. There's a 5. First point's going to be 5. So now we get our one shot. 320's out the door. Right, 320 across. We need one roll to get into this thing, and hopefully we can make it happen here today. Yesterday, I think we PSO'd. Today, I got a much better feeling about that. There we go. It's going to be a 5-1-6, the mixer, as Chris would say, 5-1-6. So what happens here? That's going to pay $70. Okay, we're going to bring our 320 down, so we know that we're okay. As far as not losing money today. We're not going to lose a dime today. We got our initial money back. We made $70. Now, as always, $70 might be enough for you to go home with. Fine. We're going to go ahead and try something. We're going to go 64 across. So that's going to give us $6 and change. We're guaranteed a $6 profit on the shooter. I'm going to take this back, and we'll get ourselves set up with our across bet. 64 across. And now what we're trying to do is just get those 3 hits, right? We need to get 3 hits. We can press everything up. On the 4th hit, we come down, and yeah, that's gonna be it. So we had we have a 6 here or a 5 for a point, and a 6 for our first shot. Cool. I love being in profit to start with, even if it's only $6, right? At 750, you're at $15 instead of 6. It just level down. No big deal. As Vince, I'm doing the Vince thing, right? No big deal. No big deal. Here we go. Let's get start working some cash and making some money if we can do it. That's a terrible throw, but it's a 5-3-8. I'll take that. Move up so you can see it. There's a 5-3-8. That's going to pay $14. Okay, 10, 14. We're going to go ahead and take $2 change. We're going to press the 6 and 8 both by 1. We're going to press inside out sister numbers for 3 hits. There's one of them. Let's mark the 8. Okay, here we go. Nice, easy throw today. Nice and easy. 5-3-8, a repeater on the 8. That's fantastic because it makes the math easy, right? 18 on the 8 pays $21. We're going to take the penny back. We're going to go 10 and 10 on the 5 and 9. So now that's 2. Inside, out, pressing is done. One more little hit here, and we'll be able to make our first adult decision of the day. Here we go. Let's get a number here, Johnny. That is a 6-4-10, easy 10. 10 on the end. It's a bummer. I would like to have had the 10 the next roll, but we'll mark that 10 up anyway. That's going to pay us $18. I'm going to drop 2 out of my rack to make it an even 20. I'm sorry, I'll drop, 18, I'll drop 2. We're going to make that an even 20 and get the 4 and 10 both up to $20. So we had to power press a little bit there to make the bets even. not the biggest deal. Here's our money shot. We got 3. Let's get our 4th one in here. I feel good about this today. That's going to be a hard 6, baby. 3-3, hard 6. We got the money shot. That's awesome. Okay. Again, that's going to pay 21 bucks. 21. And now we're going to regress to 64. We had our 1, 2, 3 hits, which was our goal. We're going to take everything back down to our base level, which for us is going to be $24. I'm sorry, $64. So there it is. There's 64 across. What comes off the table is $3, 25, and 20. If I take back what I had from before, I'll take this nickel down here. I'll leave the pennies up there. There's 75 bucks and 5 whites. So that's not a bad little walk away, right? From really amounts to 5 hits, right? The initial YOLO, 1, 2, 3 hits, and the money shot were 75 bucks out, plus 64 across, and it actually feels like we're in good shape. So let's keep rolling. Now we can see if we can get those that base bet up. Let me do it. I haven't had a good winning morning here in a while, so I'm digging the fact that I got $75 in profit already. I like that. There's a 4-3-7, perfect time for it. Or no, it's a 6. I'm sorry. You know what the problem is? These color up dice, if you can see them. Not sure you can see that in the thing. The 2s look like 3s to me. It's a 4-2-6. So we're still playing. Yay. We'll do a 14 bucks here. And what I'm going to do with that 14 bucks is we're going to press the 6 all the way up. I'm going to take the 6 to 25. So there's 20. We'll take 5 of the whites off and say, make that look like 25. We'll take a penny back. I'll make it a quarter. And we're going to press that 6 all the way up. I'm not going to power press it. It's going to make it a quarter. That's a fine bet. It's going to pay 29 bucks. If it hits again, we'll go to 60 or 54. That actually works out. It's a 15-cent spiff to the casino. I don't care about the 15 cents. Here we go. Decent little throw there. There's a 4-1-5. 4-1. That's our point. That's going to pay 15 for $1 out of our rack. 10 and 15 adds up to 25. So now my 5 is pressed up to a quarter. The puck's going to be off. Let's do it, baby. Come on. I'll do this all morning long. I'd rather do this than talk anyway. Let's keep rolling. 6-3-9. That's perfect. There's the 9 marked up on the ATS. That's going to be our new point. 6 and a 3 so you can see it. Let's go. And again, at this point, my thought process is press to the ceiling. Like I'm looking at this like I'm already happy with my 75 bucks. I'm happy to walk with that. So if I get these things pressed up and don't collect a damn thing, I got to be okay with that, right? This is your decision. Like either I'm going to do this to a point and get out, or I'm going to be okay with what happens here. There's a 4-2-6. Okay. So the 6 pays $29 on the $25 bet. I go right up to 54. That's a proper bet to pay 63 bucks. That's actually really good. When that pays, I'll make it look like 60. But for right now, from 25 to 54 in a single press, that's a fine bet. And the 6 is actually hit twice here. So that is good. But anyway, I'm happy with the 75 bucks. I'm working here to get this thing as high as I can right now. My goal really is to make the 64 across, get these things pressed back up to 320 where I started, right? Which means each one of them has to hit twice. If I can do that and pull that 320 down, I'm 100% okay with that. There's a 1-2-3 ace deuce. Boy, those 2s look like 3s, big time. 1-2-3 ace deuce. I want that 6. I want that damn 6. Let's go. Give me a frickin' 6. Hey, there it is. 3-3. No, it's not. See, there's that 2 again. It's a 3-2-5, not a 3-3-6. 3-2-5. That's cool. The 5 is going to pay 35 bucks, and I'm going to keep it at 50. Our goal again is to get back to 320. So I'll take my 10 bucks back to the rack and be okay with that. All right, here we go. A little bit of a runner there. It's a 5-4-9 though. We'll take the 9. That's cool. 5-4-9, it's our point. We'll drop a buck from our rack to get 15. 15 and 10 again is $25. Now the 9 is at the green level. Puck is off. Let's keep rolling here. No roll tracker because this screen on my setup, I never installed a roll tracker on this screen. So sorry, we don't get to see how fantastic this is, but it is what it is. There's a 5, 4 and a 1. That's a 5. Oops, there we go. 5, 1, 6, love it, love it, love it. That's gonna pay 63, 50, 63. I'm actually gonna take this all down and make it look just like a flat 60 and bring the rest of this back to my rack. So there is some extra whites for VIGs if I need them. Here's 50 more bucks. Now I'm at 125 guaranteed. Gotta love that, right? Gotta love that. Here we go. Ooh, a little bit of a high bounce there. 617 and we're done. But that was a good little run. We had opportunity here on the 5 to collect 70 bucks. We did collect on our 6, which was great. The 9 was in process. The ATS, of course, is an impossible bet, which I have decided I think I'm never gonna play again. I kind of, it's like you get that FOMO when it hits and you don't have it, but it is such a bleed. I just don't see the cost benefit analysis on that thing working out for me at all. But we will take a $135 win today. So I'm totally down with that, especially coming in cold like I did here and get the shoot. So that was fun. Put the chips away and we'll come back to the table and we will talk for a little bit here about Wednesday things. So hopefully y'all had a good day yesterday. And let's see here. Let me come back to the camera and say good morning to all of you. Ton of chats going on already. I can't say good morning to everybody, but I will say good morning to you all as a group and make a quick little announcement here that a lot of you asked for chips, which is great, and lammers and all sorts of things. So I went to the post office yesterday and mailed out like 30 packs of stuff. So those are all in the mail. I'll do another set of stuff next week. I'll do like once a week, I'll mail stuff out. So it's kind of a lot to keep up with all that actually, but it's fun for me. I hope you guys like them when they arrive and all that. And if you're interested in getting chips, just let me know. Just drop me an email or, head to Discord and drop me a direct message there. That'll work fine. I want to give a quick shout out. Let me go to the announcement screen here. I want to give a quick shout out to a couple of people, namely, where's my screen? There it is. Namely, Chiro. I woke up this morning to a couple of texts. Now, he and I had a conversation on the phone the other day, and I woke up to a couple of texts from him with pictures of this beautiful watch and some earrings that he's made, specifically for the 24-hour Crapsathon. So we're still searching for a venue. I have to talk to Ian a little bit. We got an idea for a venue. We're still searching for the place to host that, but our first donated item is ready, which is, and I'll put a picture up tomorrow. It was on my phone this morning. I didn't have time to pull it down. I'll put the picture up. It's fantastic. It's going to be, I think, one of the shining stars of the telethon. So last year we did great. We had a lot of great donations last year. This first one is ridiculous. So I can't believe that you did what you did for us, and that's really cool. So yeah, I'll show it off tomorrow, Chiro. It's great. Thanks for doing that. Anthony says, fix my setup. I want the roll tracker. I will add the roll tracker to that screen. The thing is, that screen that I'm using, I've got a bunch of screens that I use to kind of move back and forth between the parts of the show. This segment that we do, the morning little rollout thing, was supposed to be just 4 rolls. Remember, it was the old 4-roll Hawaiian crap shooters thing, so I didn't think I needed a roll tracker for 4 rolls. Now I've decided to kind of make my strategy work. It could take, like today, 15 rolls, so I'm really sorry about that. All right, here's our announcements. Reminder, Friday, Slam Bright versus Big AZ. Going to be fantastic battle. The master and the student, I guess, right? That's gonna be cool. Wager, Jacob put out a video this morning. It was a 1 minute email, 1 minute little short video saying, hey, I'm doing videos. A lot of people have asked about him. Where'd he go? He is, obviously there's a lot of rest required after a Vegas trip like we did. I got COVID after Vegas. And he's also tearing up his house. They're doing a bunch of construction over there, so he's got no place to film, so he couldn't film other than selfie kind of films for his baseball stuff. So he's back. Don't worry about him. He's all good. Waylon put a new video out last night, which Waylon, we all got to take a collection up. We need to take 2 collections. One collection, we're going to collect some money, pass the hat, and we're going to send Buckeye Slim a battery for his freaking smoke alarm. And we're going to send another collection to Waylon to upgrade his internet, because he said to me yesterday morning, hey, I got a video coming out soon, you got to check it out. It was like 10 o'clock in the morning. And it didn't go live until like 11 o'clock last night, because it took all day to upload that damn video. So pro tip, Waylon, if you go to YouTube and you upload a video and it takes more than an hour to do a video upload, stop it and redo it. Sometimes it just chokes and it gets stuck. Just stop it and restart it. It helps me sometimes to do that. But of course I'm kidding. It was a great video. It's a lot like this, where he goes a little bit bigger. Let's say we go like 320 to 64. And then what he does is as he wins, he presses 2, and on the third hit, it's all back and he works it back up again. So it's a nice press, collect, regress, press, collect, regress. He never goes super high, but he's always bringing money back, which is the thing with this here. I don't always bring money back, right? When I get into that white, red progression, there's a really good chance, probably a 90% chance I'm not bringing any money back. Today we got the 6th hit, which was great. But we don't always bring money back on that thing. With Waylon's Way, on this new one that he's got out, there's always money coming back. Every other roll, you're bringing back money. So I like that pattern. It doesn't get super high, but the pattern's great. And I think you all should watch that one. I think it's the one from yesterday, Waylon. I can't keep up with your video names. They crack me up. But it's the one from yesterday, whatever, it's like 10 hours ago. So that's the one to watch. I'm going to be talking to Garrison today about having him on the show tomorrow. Trying to get schedules lined up there. Garrison's going to do a live show next Tuesday, talking with John Patrick. And as you know, I'm a huge John Patrick fan. I love John Patrick from when I was a kid. I watched his VHS tapes. I saw his show when I was in Jersey. Most of my thoughts on discipline and money management come from those early days of watching JP. So I actually might get to be on the show with Garrison and talk to John Patrick and ask him a question. So I'm excited about that. I want to bring Garrison on, let him talk about that show, let him talk about his book a little bit, and we'll give him 5 or 10 minutes of our time and just hear him out. He's got interesting thoughts on dice control. Very opinionated guy when it comes to cum betting. I mean, he's one of these anti-cum bettors. So I'd love to have maybe him and PJ on the horn at the same time. Be kind of fun. But no, Garrison's a good guy. So we'll have him on tomorrow and have him kind of promote and pump up his show for next week. And as you know, Craps Chat's coming Sunday. So stoked about Craps Chat. On Sunday's going to be a fun day. Sunday, I'm going to go to the casino, finally getting back to the casino after the Vegas trip. And then we have Craps Chat later that night. So, yeah, we can... 6-8 with the, okay, so let's do this. Duracell mini batteries too, that's funny. Waylon says it's 6 and 8 finance steak and shrimp. That's the one from last night. So it's very cool. It's a very cool one. All right, I want to talk to you a little bit about dice control, and not like a lecture. I just want to give you my quick thoughts. I'm going to go to a different window here and try and explain what I'm seeing. So first of all, I did the video recap last week on the chopper toss, right? Only because in Vegas, everybody asked me, what are you doing? What in the hell kind of throw is that? And I've never seen that before. It's the way I throw. And I throw the chopper for a number of reasons. One is I feel like it's the best way for me to control how fast the dice go, how high, where they land, and the energy, right? It's to me, I have more control over these things than I do with any other toss. For whatever reason, the way that throw leaves my hand, I feel like I can control more of the elements than I can with any other toss, okay? Looking at them under slow motion, and I've done it again. I did a long slow motion session yesterday, about an hour's worth of throwing slow motion wise. Now, the problem with that is I can't show it to you because an hour of slow motion video becomes a 6-hour video when it renders out. I can't get it from my phone to my computer. It's too damn big. So what I've got to do is slow motion in smaller segments, like 2 or 3 shots, and then bring them over one at a time. So I can't share with you the slow-mo from yesterday. I'll do it again at some point here, but I did all my shots, right? I did the knuckleball shot. I did the chopper toss. I did my backhand toss, the normal backhand toss. I've done the forward spin toss. And what I can tell you when I see the slow motion is this. All of what I said is true. And I'll start with the first piece of it. Every throw is random. Let's just get that out of the way. Ed has told me that. I interviewed Ed Robinson from Roll to Win. George has said it. Michael Feldman from Golden Touch said it. Every throw is random. There's no getting around randomness. Otherwise, you'd be able to call your shot and say, I'm going to throw you a hard 8 right now and drop a hard 8 out there. Nobody can do that, right? There is randomness. You don't always know what's going to happen. But that's the first thing. All of these throws are designed to reduce the amount of randomness or reduce the calamity that happens when the dice hit. So when I looked at slow motion, I looked at a couple of things I was really interested to see in the chopper specifically was when I throw it low and slow, there's not a lot of spin, but it's super slow. And today I did that, right? We barely hit the back wall. They kind of trickled in and kind of settled off the back wall. Almost no overspin coming back off of there. What I see when I do that toss in slow motion is a ton of randomness. A ton of randomness. There's because they actually hit the felt and they bounce again into the wall. There's 2 times where they roll over, a lot of times out of sync. And a lot of times they hit the deck spinning, but they bounce over because they're going so slow. So it's 2 random bounces. They definitely come off of quote unquote axis. They're spinning, they bounce, they go over the top, hit the back wall and trickle off. You really don't have any control over what your set's doing at that point. I feel like the set in that low, slow roll does not matter, okay? When I look at a par toss, it's the same thing. I look at the par toss and I have the hard way sets and you see the dice land, right? And at the minute they hit the deck, they do this and they do this and they're all over the place. They hit the back wall and they come off nice and quietly and don't do a lot of rollover. I don't see a lot of the dice ever staying on the initial axis that you throw them at. They hit and they go sideways. They hit and they go cattywampus. What you're looking for with both those throws is to control the energy most of the time. That's what I see. When I do the chopper throw with a harder spin and a little higher angle of attack, what I see happening there is I get more of a skip off the table that I expect. And I do see both dice hitting the back wall with the 1s on top. I do see that. What I don't see is following that hit, depending on where they hit on the wall. The diamonds, of course, if they're hit the diamonds directly, they're going to start overspinning, like going over the top instead of staying sideways. If they hit the bottom part of the wall or under a diamond, what I see is that they still keep spinning. What I've noticed quite a bit is that the first die that hits the ground, hits the wall, comes back, and it drops over 1 or 2. So I get either a 6 because it spins over twice or it stays on the 1. That's what I typically see there when it goes good. The other die, the second one, for whatever reason, hits so much harder that it hammers the back wall, and one of 2 things happens. It either goes completely sideways, it goes off cattywampus around the table, it goes super high and I lose control of it, or it comes off spinning even faster, right? And then when it hits, sometimes it actually stays up, or it hits and it spins so hard that I end up almost with it on its point because it's spinning so hard, and then it drops to one side again. I don't feel like there's any control or influence over what's going to come. I think my overall point here is this: no matter what throw I've tried and looked under slow motion, and I am not a professional dice thrower, you see a little bit of crazy in every single throw. After that hit, a little bit of crazy. After the wall, a little bit of crazy. What we're all trying to do, right? What Ed's told me, what George has told me, what Michael told me, what I see in my own throws is to reduce how crazy each of those impacts are. Like, don't hit the table too hard so it doesn't go like this. Maybe this goes like this. Don't hit the back wall too hard so they don't go careening across the table. Hit the back wall nice and light so they come back down, and hopefully they come back down light enough not to go all over the place, right? Even in that, if you can get it perfect, like a nice soft little landing, a nice soft little hit, a nice soft little comeback, very rarely do I see it to where all 6 faces of the die were not at some point faced up, right? The best way to influence things is to find a way to hide 2 of the faces from ever showing up, where it only rolls in one direction, right? The chopper can help with that because you get the top and bottom sometimes staying. That's okay. The forward spin toss can help with that sometimes if you can get that positive roll. But really, those impacts are rough, man. And I've watched the slow motion so many times. The impacts are rough. The best we can do is influence how much of that there is. And I don't know what your dice set really does. I mean, it does something because the guys that are doing it. They're getting into pockets of numbers. I've watched Ed, hammer those horn numbers, right, when he needs to. The dice set has something to do with it. And I think if you can control that energy and speed, your set can matter. I don't believe I'm to the point yet where my set matters. I could stack these dice in any configuration and do my toss. Probably have the same series of results. To me, what I'm finding is that energy is the most important thing that I'm finding right now. Set, to me, with the chopper at least, has got very little to do with what the results are, other than giving me something consistent that I can look at. But other than that, I don't see it, right? That's it. I just want to let you know I did a bunch of slow motion. I'm not going to show it to you because I can't get it off my damn phone. Too big. I'll do some more small scale slow motions, bring them off, and we can look at them together. And again, I'm not an expert, right? I'm not George. I don't teach this stuff, right? I just practice it every day and I can see my results. And you can see there are days like today where I'm in that pocket, right? Today, every number I hit today was a 6, was an 8, or a 5, right? All day. I was hitting the 8s and 5s all day long, that morning session there. You get into a groove somehow, right? I don't know how the groove works. I know that I get there. I know that I set them the same way and I threw it the same velocity and I ended up in a groove. No idea how that works. There's some magic behind that. I don't understand it. But when I see this kind of stuff and I go, yeah, it's a worthwhile thing to pursue. I feel like I want to keep doing it. So there it is. I want to keep at it. I want to keep talking to people who know more than me. I want to keep analyzing video. I'm not going to let the topic drop. So there's that. I hope that whatever makes sense or not make sense, but it's just how I'm looking at it right now. I'm not going to stop working at it. So Midmo, yo, Chiro, you had asked the other day about qualifying shooters and dice control and stuff like that. And I don't know that I believe in control, but I believe in influence. I believe in being a controlled shooter, to use Cashier's Cage's words. I can control what I can control. Rate of spin, angle of attack, landing zone. After that, it's kind of in God's hands. So there we go. Waylon, right? Truth. The truth teller. Toss your toss with your dice set that hits your bets. Right? If you can do that, you'll win money. If you can't throw, you can't win on the light side. End of story. Well said. That's it. I find that this way of throwing, for me, comfortable. I can control a lot of things about it, and I can get into my groove. That's all I care about. You get into your own groove, you're good, and that's all I got to say about that. I want to go play some craps. Let's go do one more screen here, and we'll talk about pass versus don't pass. And what I'm going to do today, we're going to play the don't pass, the Andre style. We're going to go with a $200 back wall lay on the come out rolls. That's going to pay $130 on a come out 7 minus a $6 vig, so it's $124. We'll drop a buck for $125. Okay, we'll do a $25 don't. I'm going to make my don't pass a little bit smaller because I want to play subjective odds. I want to be able to have the other. I want to get $100 in action on the don't. Basically, we'll take odds or lay odds based on the point. We'll go heavy or light based on the point. You'll see what we do. We're going to parlay press the wins. I'm going to take the regular Andre and add some John to it. We're going to parlay press any win on the flat bet on the don't there. We're going to take the don't come and use the Patrick system in the don't come. What that means is this. We're going to start out with a $10 don't pass. Once I get a point established. So, and again, that's going to be unprotected. I don't care about losing $10 on a come out 7, but I mean, I care, but we're gonna do it anyway. $10 on that. We'll put $30 in odds. We're gonna lay 30 in odds on that don't pass after points established while we have $25 in the DC. Okay. The thinking is, if it's no matter what the point is, if it's a 4, 5, 9, 6, or 8, that don't pass $10 with $30 in odds is going to pay us at worst $25, at best $35 while we're in the DC. So we're not going to get hammered by those come out 7s in the DC. Once that DC travels, we'll have a $25 DC, $10 flat on the don't pass, and odds that we can keep on the don't pass or move to the DC. Again, depending on what the point is, we're going to move the odds around. And so that DC player is going to have $35 in flat bets plus odds. The regular don't pass player is going to have just $25 plus odds. So a little difference in overall risk. And I think the DC player is going to have an advantage perhaps because he's got two he can make a decision based on 2 bets. So that's it. We're going to parlay press our wins on both of those bets. So that's the plan. So there it is. Let's go to our table here and play that out. I'm going to go to the table, get the roll tracker going here. I'm going to clear the roll tracker out, actually. Get the cursor in there, get my setup going, and let's just roll it out. And I'm not going to do anything special with the dice. People like to say, hey, if you can control the dice, throw 7s. Well, I can't throw 7s on command. I wish I could. The best way for me to throw a 7, frankly, this is kind of a joke, but it's halfway true. I always used to say this. The reason why I believe dice control or dice templates is real is this. If we start out with the hard way set, by the way, 4's on top, 5s or 2's facing me, and I just rotate this die once, go from here to here, you'll see that if I roll them over, I'm in a 3V, right? That's how you get to the 3V. You start the hard ways, twist it once, you're at the 3V. This set, they say, is the best thing for inside numbers, right? Okay, cool. You take your 3-finger toss and you throw it out. I get more 7s doing that than anything else I've ever tried in my life. And I think it's because I suck at this, right? I'm not good at the par toss. It's not a comfortable toss. I tend to split the dice a little bit. I'm just not good at it. And because I'm not good at it, I see so many more 7s with this damn thing. I feel like if I can suck and throw 7s, I can probably get good and not throw 7s. That's sort of my mindset. So that's the reason why. I got into this whole mess and thought I could do it. So what we're going to do is, again, we'll have the don't come player in the back, the don't pass player in the front, and they both have $1,000. There's 500, 800, 900, 1,000 for each of them. And let's just play it out. Again, we're going to have the don't pass guy. He's going to come out with a $25 don't pass. I'm just going to put $200 up in here as the lay, just to keep it simple. Okay. I'll show it to you one time the way that this back wall lay works. It's basically $30 on the inside numbers, and it's $40 on the 4 and 10. The casinos will require that you do $40 on the 4 and 10. The reason for that is because there's a 5% VIG here, and the $20, 5% is $1. If you're going $30 back here, your VIG of $1 is like 8%. And so legally they can't do that. So it's got to be this. And what this pays is this. The 6 and 8 would pay $25 each. The 5 and 9 would pay $20 each. And now the 4 and 10 with that VIG also will pay $20 each. And that adds up to 20, 40, 60, 80, and 50 is 130. Every bet here carries $1 VIG. That's 124 or 124 net. And again, we're going to have to throw $1, the VIG out there. I'll throw $1 out and we'll make that 125. Matter of fact, I'm going to put $5 in the rack here for this guy. He bought him for $1,005. There's just $200 back wall lay. I'm going to get these chips off the table just to make room. And what I'll do each time is I'll put $200 back here as a lay bet, just so you can see that that bet is in play. But that represents that whole thing we just saw. And every time we win on a come out 7, I'm just going to drop $1 and take 125 off the table. Okay, come out 7 wins this guy $100 net. Okay, 25 out, 125 coming home. We want the come out 7s here if we can do it. So that's what's going to happen there. And again, we'll take odds as they run when they come up. And again, I'm going to do my 3V crappy throw and see if my thoughts on DI are true, that if you suck at it, you get more 7s, which again, gives me hope that I can be better at it and not get more 7s. We get a 5-4-9 as our first point. So the 5-4-9 is going to be our first point. Now what happens here is this. This essentially means, I'm going to get some red chips out of here. Actually, that's this guy's money. Sorry. He's got the whites and the reds. So what that means for us, and I'm not going to mark ATS. The ATS is going to be not a thing we care about today. 639. But he lost $30 just now, right? We just lost $30 because the 9 hit. The back wall lay was $30 of that was on the 9. We got to give the bank $30. So our $200 is still here. Okay. I can put it in front. I'm just going to leave it up. Put the off button on it I know you can't turn these off in a casino, but again, for ease of the morning show, the lay bet's off, but we lost 30 bucks coming out. So I'm going to pay the bank 30 bucks. And so we're down a little bit. Now on the point of 9, what I'm going to do here is we're going to take the max odds on the 9 and the 5 and the 6 and the 8. Okay. I could just take double, I suppose, right? We could just drop out 60 bucks out here if you wanted to do that. 60 is fine. You know, I don't know. I feel strongly about those two. I feel stronger about those than anything else. I might go to 90 here, 90 to win 60. That seems like it's a pretty solid way to do it. Why don't we do that? Let's go 90 to win 60 down there. All right. Take a nice crack at it. Now, up in here, oh shit, I forgot the other guy's stuff. My bad. I'm gonna get change from him. He should have been on the don't pass for 10 bucks. He's got 10 bucks on the don't. He's gonna go with $30 in odds. Lay 30 here for one roll while he gets a quarter coming through our don't come. All right, so this guy right now, if the 7 comes right now, he wins 10 plus 20 is 30. He loses 25, he nets 5 bucks. If the 7 comes right now, this guy here scores 60 and 25. He's doing great. Again, different approach. We're gonna try and delay our 7 play. So again, we'll get the, we'll do our set. And again, I'm looking for 7s right now. If I can score me a 7, it'd be great. Again, the DC guy we'll suffer a little bit from that, but there it is. There's a 4-2-6. A 4-2-6. So what's going to happen is this. Now here, this is cool. This goes to the 6. Okay. We're going to take odds based on the 6 and 8 and the 5 and 9 and not the 4 and 10. Okay. When your don't comes travel to the 4 and 10 or your don't pass is a 4 or 10, that's the best bet in the house. You got flat money 1-to-1 on the 2 shittiest numbers. There's no need to put odds on that and increase your volatility by that much. But here, this same 30 bucks versus the 9 pays 20 versus the 6 pays 25. I'm going to put my odds up on the 6. I'm going to go ahead and get the extra 5 bucks. We're going to rock the 6 and the 8 harder than the 5 and the 9 as this player here. In fact, if I wanted to really hammer it, I could go 60 against the 6. We're just going to take that same 30 and move it back and forth here most of our day. And that's how we're going to approach the DC play. He's going to have 10, 25 and flat, 35 flat, plus potential $25 on the odds here. So that's going to be how that works out. Let's put the 6 into the system and let's roll it out. Let's see if we can't get ourselves a 7 here and maybe have a little bit better rhythm than we had yesterday with this thing where I threw these amazing rolls. Let's try and get some 7s. That was a horrible throw. There's a 6-5 yo, 6-5 yo. Even though I'm setting the 3V, which again for me is a 7 machine, I'm not trying to throw a bet. I'm working on the backhand par toss. I'm doing the par toss like you should. Just trying to make it happen. There's a 4-2-6. So just like yesterday, I'm going to become Sniper John today. 4-2-6. So we actually snipe ourselves off the DC. And unlike yesterday, I'm not just going to feed that damn beast. You're going to beat me once. I'm going to let you play. I'm not going to go out there and hammer this. We'll leave this bet out here alone. And when our choice is going to be, do I go back out here with some odds? Do I take 30 bucks and go right back out there and play the 9 hard, right? Even though we lost up in here, we lost, what did we lose up here? 25, we lost 55 bucks up here. We still have a chance down here to win 20, 30 bucks down there. So we can get some of that back on the 7. It's kind of an aggressive move to move the odds around like that, but I think this might be okay for this player. And again, just supposition. We're gonna kind of group think this thing as we go here. I haven't actually played that exact way before, but let's see what happens. 6-1-7, 1 roll too late. That would have been sweet earlier. All right, so the Andre gets a quarter down there, and 90 gets 60 on the odds. Pretty good win for this player here. Let's pull his bets back to his rack, okay? And again, what we do here, we parlay the flat bet. I'm gonna parlay that flat bet. We're gonna do the parlay press maneuver where we can for him. Down here, same thing. He gets paid 10 flat, gets paid, we'll do 25 25 for 5 on the odds. So 50 comes back. We're going to, again, press up his winning bet as well, and he's back to his rack like so. We're coming back out again. Puck's off. Let's mark up Fat Debbie, I guess you call her. And there we go. Let's get that come out. That was a nice looking throw there. A little too hard of a hit, but nice looking throw. Back on the 9 again. Looks like yesterday, right? A 5, 4, 9. I'll bring that one up so you can see it. 5 and a 4. Okay. Once again, down here, we're going to take our odds. And again, on the 5 and 9, let's do it at $90. Odds not based necessarily on how much I have on the flat. The flat bet is a separate play on this thing. This guy over here again, $25 or $30 in odds to get $25 through. Same plan. Again, the flat bet being bigger does not affect how many odds I'm putting. I'm still playing the same core system. Is the 9 in? The 9 is in. All right, here we go. Let's get the dice set. Okay, here it is. That looked better. That's oh my God. Of course it is. Of course it is. 5, 4, 9. The sniper's back. So this time, oh, sorry, the other guy didn't move that back there. This guy here gets whacked on that big play, right? We parlayed up, which is okay. We still have just the one bet at risk. This is what hurts. Those odds bets really kind of hurt on that one. That's a bummer. Over here, same thing. The parlay hurt, but he's working hard on the come out, which is good. Now, for the don't come guy, he's already got his bet on the 7. Do we really need another one? It's nice to have 2 going for you. I'm going to put him back out there. Let's get $25 here. I'm going to put him back out with a base bet on the don't. Not necessary. You've already got a hard working 7 right here. Again, we're working the come out. This guy here is still working hard on this come out. And I think that's it. Let me mark the 9 up. There's the point being hit. I think we're good. Come out 7, please. Be a good time for it. Hey. There we go. 4, 3, 7. All right, so what happens here is this. These 2 bets, of course, will lose. This flat bet back here on the 9, the don't come. Remember, on the come outs, we enjoy the 7 versus getting anti-7. So he actually wins a couple of bucks back, which is nice for him. Here again, we're going to drop a buck for 125. Okay, the 25 goes to the don't. The $100 goes right back into the rack. So that's a nice little black collect right there. We love that black collect in the Andre. That's a great thing. And I think as I'm doing this now, I think the last come out, I feel like I owe the bank a quarter. Maybe in chat you're saying that, but I feel like I'm short on that last come out. There's a 1, 2, 3, 8. Oh, sorry, this guy here should have been here. I think this player owes the bank $30 because the last point was a 9 that got set. I didn't pay that. So my fault for not paying that out. Now he's even. So if I screwed that up, I apologize. So 1, 2, 3, ace, deuce. So we're going to get paid here, parlay the win. We're going to get paid here, parlay the win. Again, the parlay press to me is I'm looking for 2 in a row. Looking for 2 in a row to be aggressive here if I can get it. Whenever I play the don'ts, I always play it this way. I hammer those wins whenever I get a chance to. Here we go. That's a, what is that, a 325? That color up logo just gets me every time. 325, cool. That's our point, 325. Again, we got to pay $30 out of the front rack to cover the point being hit from this back wall lay here. All right, now, on a 5, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to lay $90. I'm going to take 100 out of here. We get $10 and change. And I'm going to lay 90 against the 5. Front rack is going to lay 30 against the 5 while we have 25 in the DC. Let me mark that 5 up. This is a slow rollout today, but I'm trying to explain all of it as I go, and there's a lot There's a lot going on, believe it or not. With a simple strategy, there's a lot to talk through. So here we go. Oh, shit. That was 6-5 yo. That's the worst possible case here because this guy's not covered at all for that. It's the one case in the don't come where you're completely naked. I'm going to go back out there. School of thought here says you don't get beat once. I'll take two whacks out of the DC to get myself out there. So here we go. Nice looking throw. 4-1-5 though. Man alive, we're sniping those points. 4-1-5. So once again, ass kicking down here. Boy, that's rough. That's a beat down twice. Horrible. The DC moves into the 5. Puck is going to be off. The lay bets are going to be on. We're going to come back out here. Back to base. You get beat. You're back to base on both players. I'm going to get nickels. Out for 10. Not a good day to be a don't player again. It's 2 days in a row where I've not been a very good don't shooter. So here we go, coming out again. There's another 5. Wow. Beat myself up here. Good gravy. 3-2-5. All right. Again, we're gonna be undeterred. $100 out. $10 change for the $90 lay. Still gonna do that. We're still gonna do 30 here. Sorry, these chips are very, very slippery. I need to get change. There's quarters. 1 coming. All right, let's make it happen. Anything but a 5. Anything but a 5. Here we go. There's a 9, that works. That goes to the 9. Now, I've got a decision to make. It's an easy one, right? This guy here is set with odds. On the don't come guy, we said before, based on the points, we have 2 points. We have a point of 5 and a point of 9 for him. Where do the odds go? There's no advantage either way. I'm just going to keep them down here on the main point. You know, an option we have is to do this. Put them back here, which means on the come out, you've got this advantage. We can always move them here on the come out, next come out roll, but I don't know that it matters. Well, I'm going to keep them down there. 628, let's mark that up. I'm sorry, 639. 639. Okay, here we go. 426. Yeah, 426. Again, the color up logo makes it look like a 3 to me, but it's a 6. 426. No impact. Here we go. That's a hard 10. Hard 10, 5-5, hard 10. All right, here we go. Dice are out. That's 5-2-7. 5-2-7. Everybody wins, which is good. Finally, 25 down here and 60. Let me get some. I need to get some red chips here. And 60 on the odds. So that's a nice little recovery. He's gotten whacked a couple of times, so it's not gonna get him whole, but it's good enough to call a victory. And we're gonna stack up our flat bet and take our greens back home and be happy down there. The other player gets a nice flat bet here. On the front line, he gets paid flat $10 there, which will get stacked up. And 20, we'll do, out of his rack, rather, we'll take $5 out of the rack and take a quarter back. So 5 for 25. All right, and he's back. Looking good. We have a little bit of victory there, which is great. So we're both stacked up on the line, which is awful nice. Puck is going to be off. The 7's been marked. Let's come back out to a new number. And again, the lay bets are back on again for the Andre player. Where's my come out 7? Nope. We've got to come out 10 though. Okay, so the come out 10 with the lay bet, it's going to cost me 40. So 25, $40 is what you lose on the come out for that one. Again, the price you pay for the Andre is every time you're coming out, you're losing money, okay? Which means that we lost 40 coming out. We only have 50 here on the flat. So this becomes a $10 bet effectively. But again, the odds make a difference. And we said this before, we're not gonna take odds or lay odds on the 4 or 10. We already have the hammer here. This becomes kind of a weak bet. It becomes a $10 bet, but that's what it's gonna be. We're gonna live with that. Just gonna fight the 10 with a flat bet. I'm not gonna drop extra out there. It's too much to recover, okay? Here, the same rules are gonna apply as always. We're gonna go $25 out, or I'm sorry, 30 bucks out, 25 coming through here, and hope that, get the rack set up here, hope that we can get that thing through. So there it is. There's we'll do a 6, 4, 10. That's our point. It's actually back-to-back 10s between the 7s, which is interesting. Here we go, coming out. What is that, a 6, 2, 8? Cool, that's an 8. So this goes in behind the 8. I'm gonna take my odds and hammer the 8 with them, okay? I don't wanna hammer the 4 and 10. I'm gonna hammer the 8. We're gonna see if we can't get 25 bucks out of this instead of 15. That's my thinking here. We're gonna hit the big guns where we can hit them, all right? 6, 2, 8. It's a risky move, but mathematically speaking, if I lose on the 4 and 10, it takes me a lot more to recover from that than it does on the 6 or 8. Here we go. There's a yo, 6-5 yo. Doesn't matter. I'm not even looking at the field. So I actually, interestingly enough, I normally pay attention to the field, but I'm not even thinking about it today. Here we go. What do we have there? Oh, of course we do. See, 6, 4, 10. Yeah, so we're gonna lose our parlays, which is okay. I don't mind losing a parlay. It's only one unit at risk. I'm fine with that. But yeah, if I had loaded up on odds down here, 200 bucks in odds or something on that, to recover from that big of a loss, it's gonna take 3 or 4 more wins. That's why I don't like, talking to Bob, especially, laying the 4 and 10 really is not a great bet. But here, look at this. We get paid 50 bucks up here on that 8. That's a really sweet little win when you think about it, right? We could even come out here and take that flat bet win, and I will come into the don't come harder with that. We're gonna use that as a parlay, as a source of our parlay coming through. So here we are, 10 for him. Back to base for both guys on the line there. Let's mark that. I don't know where I lost my dice there, but okay. Here we go. Coming out clean. Lay bets are back on. All right, let's do it. What is that? A 5, 4, 9? There's our 9. And again, I need to get change for him. Coming out with our lay. We're going to do 50 bucks here in the don't. Again, one of those quarters is at risk, protected by that. The other quarter was our prop from the last run. Remember that. Here in front, we're going to hammer that point. We're going to hammer it hard. Let that 7 beat the 9 for us, okay? And just keep saying 7 out loud all we can. It's going to be a 5 and a 4. All right, here we go. I'll make this our last point too. I want to make another adjustment here in a minute. There's an 8. That's going to move in behind the 8. Again, I'm going to take these odds and move them back up in here. I want to get, and it's only 5 bucks, right? I'll take the extra 5 bucks on beating the 8 with the 7 versus the 20 bucks on the 9. I'm just going to take a stab at it here and sort of hope for that. So let's get that marked up. Here we go. Let's get that. Give me that big red right now, huh? It's 5, 5, 10. 5, 5, heart 10. Did I forget? Check chat. I think I might have forgot to pay the 30 bucks again. What do we have there? A 6, 2, 8. Bummer. That ends up being a bad choice this time, right? 6, 2, 8. We lost it. Which is fine. It was a big run. We parlayed the DC from the last win, and dropped odds. We took a big stab at that 8 this time, and it didn't work out this time, right? Previous time it did just fine. So not the end of the world. I marked the 8 up already. I did. Here we go. There's a 6-5 yo. Six, 4, 10. Actually, getting some okay results today. Here we go. Another 8. 6, 2. Another yo, 6, 5. There they are. Okay, here we go. Oh, not great. There's the 9. So we sniped ourselves again. Boy, I tell you what, when I play dark side, sniping myself all over the place. So we're going to lose that. And that's a bummer. We didn't actually win a dime today. I think we lost a bunch of money actually. So we started out with $1,000 each. The DC guy has got 500, 700, 800, and $45. Not awful, but not great. Andre today has $785 or $735. So they both lost a couple hundred. Again, it's just whatever, you know, I'm sniping myself all over the place. But I want to talk to you really quick about something else. And if you haven't seen it yet, I want you all to get to Waylon's channel and check out the Grim Reaper. Let me get this down here. And I think I made a couple of dealing mistakes today, not a big deal. But I want you to go check out the Grim Reaper. I've been playing the Grim Reaper a lot. It's been great. The Grim Reaper has been, on Bubble Craps, it worked really, really well for me. I've won a couple of tournament games playing just the Reaper, and that's all I've been doing. And again, with $1,000, let me show you with a grand, how fast, and again, it depends if I roll numbers, right? Here's $1,000. If I can roll some numbers here, this thing can win really, really quickly. And I want to give Waylon some props on it because it's one of my new favorite dark side plays. I'm going to take 8 quarters out of the bank here and show you how I've been playing this thing. So we go 50 on the 4 and 10 as a lay bet and 25 on the don't pass. Now you can do this don't come as well. I'll show you the option here, Waylon. I think you'll like the option of the don't come too. It works either way. I'll roll randomly. Actually, let me clear the roll tracker out. SRR today, by the way, was 7.5, which is pretty good, I think. All right, here we go. Let's just go roll a quick random set here. We'll come out to a 4, of course. We're going to start out by sniping ourselves, right? 2, 2, hard 4. So we lose the 4, right? The point becomes 4. And what we immediately do is out of our rack, make that 4 look like 75. Now you already have a bet on the 4 down here, so I'm going to lay it for 75 instead of placing or laying it up here. We're going to take another set of quarters out of here and up our 10 to 75. So you lose one of these, they go up by 1 unit as they go. So now I've got $75 in lay bets on the 4 and 10, plus I'm against the point, which happens to be a 4, okay? And you're playing for the 7. And there's, boy, oh boy, look at this. Waylon, I'm gonna make you look bad today, I'm sorry. That's gonna go to $100 now. And so is this lay bet. So you're gonna keep increasing those as you snipe yourself. But eventually, it'll pay itself off. There's an 8. Did I put the 10 in there? 6, 4, 10, 4, 4, 8. Eventually, this thing works itself out, and you're to make surprisingly fast money when you work yourself back down again. So, loving this. There's a 5, 2, 7. I'm loving the strategy. So what happens here is this: you have a $100 lay here and $100 in lay there. Between them, they each 50 and 50 is 100, plus your flat bet on the don't. And when you come back out, 1, 2, 3, and you take this down and you make it 3. So you're gonna go with 3 now. Down 1 level out here, This all comes back. Now, what I've been doing, I'm not sure how Waylon plays this, but what I've been doing is if I'm still layered up here, I'm layered up there. So I basically keep these two things as in sync as I can. So I've got 75, 75, and 50. Puck being off, coming back out again. Come out 7, who cares? Who cares, right? We lose 50, big deal. But between those two, you're gonna win 75 bucks, okay? They come back down a level. That goes back to base, and I'm bringing back 100 bucks to the rack. Just like that, you're basically back to square. Here's 500, 6, 7, 800 bucks, 925 bucks in action. We lost a little bit because we got sniped twice. That'll make itself okay, I promise you. 527 on the come out. There, oh my God, I did it again. Look at me, Waylon, hitting the 4s and 10s. 2-2 hard 4, right? That's our new point. This will come down. We're gonna go to $75 lay on the 4. Increase my lay bet on the 10 to 75. Ladder those things up as you go down. And again, I can't do anything about the flat bet down here until later. 3-3-6. That rolled, that was a 3. I'll just play this for another couple of minutes here, but I just love this strategy, Waylon. I think this is a fun one to play. It's super simple. And to me, it's powerful because you do end up outpacing one or the other. That was I put a 5 in, it should have been a 2. There's our 5-2-7. So again, the lays are at 75 bucks, which means they pay between them 75 bucks. And the flat bet, of course, is my quarter. Everything comes back down to base. Those go to 50 and 50, and back to the rack comes 150. Pretty cool, right? Nice little win there. And it gets us back to, we're kind of nursing ourselves back to health really pretty quickly. I think it's pretty, this thing happens pretty quick. Let's get out of here. Let's try and not get a freaking 4 or 10 as a point this time, shall we? How about a 6-5 yo? There's a problem. 6-5 yo, we'll lose down there. So we go to 50 and 75 each of those. So they each, everything goes up by 1 unit when we have a loss like that. There's a 7 on the come out, 427 or 437. So I didn't mark the yo. 6-5 yo, 437. We of course lose that, but you're going to win 75 on the back bets. Come back a level, go back a level there. 100 bucks coming back to the rack. So the Reaper it's a crusher, man. I love this thing. This is so much fun. I have to, there's a 437 on the come out again. The 437 nets you 25 bucks. You win 50 back here, you lose 25 here. It goes back, quarter to the rack. Come out 7s are money makers for you, which I love about this. Another come out 7, 527. Again, your net is a quarter on that deal. Where's the rack? Even after getting whacked all those times? There's 800, 500, 6, 7, 8, 900, 1,000 in the rack, 100 here, and 25 there. We were down to about 700 bucks. We're already back up to being 125 in profit. Just like that. This thing cranks, man. I love this strategy, Waylon. This is one of my favorites of yours, is the Reaper. And in fact, I would play it a little differently. Like here, ace deuce, boom. You know me, I'm gonna parlay, I would like to parlay press down in here and get a little bit of extra action if I can. There's a 4-2, or I'm sorry, 2-2-4. Let's just see if we can survive this loss. We'll get out of here. So 2-2, we're gonna go to 75 on the 10. We're gonna lay 75 down here. That would have been an increase of the lay. Let's just beat it and get out of here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 4, 2, 6. I think I know what's coming next. I think I know what's coming next. Come on. Yes, sir. He called it. 5, 2, 7. The Grim Reaper. We get paid $50 on the flat bet. The 2 lays combined to pay 75 bucks. If I bring everything back to the rack here, I'm gonna get all these greens colored up. 100, 100, 100, whoops, and 100. There's 400 in greens. And in my rack, there's 500, So there's the 1,000 I started with and 225 in profit in just 18 rolls. 18 rolls later, we're at 225, and it was pretty easy. And I even sniped myself on the 4s and 10s more times than I think I normally do. Still made a couple $100 in just a couple of minutes. I love this strategy. This is one of my favorites, Waylon. And I wanted to give it its due because I had a chance to. So good job on that one. The Grim Reaper is great when you're throwing 7s on the cold table. And actually, the Grim Reaper with a couple of combats, really powerful. It's a way to kind of make the transition safely. You know, you get those PSOs, man, that extra little juice in the combat. It's fantastic. So anyway, I had to talk about that one because I've been playing the Grim Reaper, like I said, in tournament play. And actually when I warm up, right, I'm digging that stuff, right? I'm digging the Reaper a lot as a warm-up strategy because it is so safe on the come out 7 and it's got a lot going for it. So I just wanted to shout you out there. And, you know, today we didn't do good with the other stuff, right? The earlier play, the Andre didn't do great today, but it would have been nice had it won. We did get one come out 7, but normally you see more of that. I like the Andre with the $200 lay and the $25 don't because I want that $100, that clean $100 on the come out 7. I think it's a great way to rack blacks when you can. And you know me, I love the aggressive parlays. We made 0 parlays today, right? But that aggressive parlay is a good way to win when you're in a bad table. This table here with, look at all the 7s on screen there, would have been a great day to play the parlay on the Andre. That would have been great. I'm not sure what happened to my rack up top. Somehow the rack camera got distorted big time. Oh, that's the dice camera, sorry. But the rack cameras you can't see. Why can't you see the rack camera? I don't know what's going on. I've got something messed up. Anyway, there it is. It's after 9 o'clock. It's 9:12, my birthday. All right. So with that said, guys, I do have to run. I'm gonna look real quick at the chat just to make sure I didn't miss anything I need to address. But otherwise, I'm gonna run to work here. Sebastian, you're funny. Give me a strategy, I will kill it free of charge. It's good. We say this all the time. I do get kind of pissed off if I lose, right? I get kind of pissed off when I want to show you a dark side play and all I do is do a 30 roller, right? Or I want to show you some light side magic and all I do is throw a bunch of 7s. Breaking every strategy kind of sucks because I want you to see them win. I want you to see like what we're going for. But at the same time, there's a reality check that's built into all this stuff, right? And I said it last week, craps, I have a video coming out, which is a recap of last week, but crap sucks. Hard game. Hardest game in the casino because we think we're outsmarting the game. We're not. All of our strategies are terrible. The dice will always go against you. The house will always win. Just have fun fighting it. Have fun in the fight. That's what I want you to do. And we did today. Had a good time. I had a good time losing on the Andre. I had a great time winning with the Reaper. I had a really good time starting off with a $75 win. So that said, happy Wednesday, everybody. I got to get to work. Love y'all. And appreciate all your support, everybody. And I'll see you again tomorrow. I might actually go live tonight I might be on the live fantasy craps tonight. I might play a little bit with those guys. So if I do, I'll see you there. If not, I'll see you in the morning. Have a blessed day. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.